Okay guys, welcome to another GA flying video. Today we're on Isla Nublar. As you can see, it's this Jurassic Park pack that came out today from Orbx. It looks pretty nice, but let's just talk about the basics first. So why did I decide to buy it in the first place? So I do like Jurassic Park, the franchise, although probably not all of the movies. That saying, I also like Dune and I also like Halo, but I was not. Oh, train. Okay, but I was not flying those aircraft when they were in MSFS. But for me, this one is different, just because Jurassic Park is like so close to the reality, with realistic aircraft, right, and with current day technology, that I think it's like close to being realistic. So I think a little bit of fun here should be okay, right? So I don't feel it being very out of place from the MSFS experience. It also integrates into the normal map of the world, right? Okay, so let's talk about the pack and my experience with it. Maybe about the installation experience. It was really difficult, right? It took me around 1 hour every time I wanted to download it from Orbx, where I bought it. There were problems with the files, then the file verification was not working, and so on and so on. That saying, I always had problems in Europe when downloading stuff from Orbx. So this is nothing new, and probably they also had more load on the servers. That saying, when I tried it the last time, I did a clean install, then it worked right away. So maybe they have just fixed the problem. Okay. So let's talk about the rest of the basics. So this pack in the base version, where you get those 6 islands and those 2 airports on the mainland, right? It costs $30 US. Okay. The download is around 7 GB and the installation is 17, which, well, is a lot, right? So it might make a difference for you. Currently, it's only available for MSFS 2024, but they said that they will do it also for 2020 and for X-Plane. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, so I've talked about missions, I think, that are also in the pack. Maybe I didn't, so now I'm doing it. Okay, so let me just give me a second, and I will show you where the missions are. So in the beginning, I was suspecting they might be using the career mode, and those will be advanced missions and stuff. But I've searched all of the forums, FAQs, discussions, and I couldn't find anything about it being advanced missions, right? Random missions. Instead, I just found this in the standard set mission interface in MSFS. So I cannot guarantee that this is all there is, right? But it seems like it for this moment. This is the first movie, just a showcase. Later, once everything is known, once we have more experience with the pack, I will also probably do a second video with everything I know. For now, it's everything that I could find, okay, for you. So here are the missions. And the second thing is where to find those islands, right? And so this is Costa Rica, Central America, and those islands are here. So all of the dots are this one big island, Isla Nublar, where we are here. And the other ones are those remaining 5 ones, from what I remember, right? From the other movies and stuff. Okay. So I guess we can just start in a second. Let me just talk about the performance. So it was very, very, very bad in the beginning. So when I wanted to load in here, it took 2 minutes and nothing was happening. Then I've tried to load in a smaller location with less objects. It took 1 minute and I was able to log in. And I had some lags, right? But when I respawned here, it was fine and very fast. And now I don't have lagging anymore, okay? So let's just hope that those lags won't come back when we relocate to other places. Okay, today we will fly in the Taog 500C, but we are prepared for the dinosaurs this time. It's the first time that I'm flying the military version from the Taog. So let's see how this will work. In general, everything is the same with some slight differences that I will show you. I just have to say that this looks great. right? I'm not that much into military aircraft, but they really did a good job with this one. I just need another one on the other side, I guess, but I have a light. Okay? So let's get flying. Maybe one last view. Let's check if there are no dinosaurs here. Doesn't look like it, so I guess we can just start. Okay, so something special about like the military version is that you're sitting on the right side and not on the left side. Okay, and I couldn't find an ignition, but it was working without ignition, and I think it was like not specified in the checklist that there is no ignition. I'm not sure. I've tried to read it like a couple of times, but it seems to work also without this ignition key that was there in the civilian one. Maybe because in the military you don't need a key, right? We will see. Okay, so battery, fuel pump, anti-collision light, right? It might be a little bit warm because I have done some tests before. Yeah, we can see some like rest temperature from the last start. And here we need to be at around 12. Okay, and let me just, I don't see this cap here. Yeah, no. Okay. Okay, it went into the yellow, but then went back, so it's not a hot start. Nice. And as soon as it will be around 60, I guess, from what I remember, we can turn off the starter switch. So the one that is here, and I have bound to my joystick this time. Okay, so it's at 60, so I'm turning off the ignition. Okay, some great sounds in this one. I'm not sure if we have doors. Yeah, we might not have. We can just set it with this tablet here, but I think it might be interesting to fly without doors, like Vietnam style here. Okay, so let's increase the throttle so the governor can take it to 100. Okay, let me lower the volume a little bit because it shows me that it goes into the red for you. Okay, now we can use the generator. And one new thing in the military version is there is also an inverter that needs to be on. Okay, now position lights and landing lights. Okay, and now let's increase the RPM. Let me maybe reduce the volume even more. Increase the RPM to the green band. Okay, so we will do it with here. Increase RPM. Okay, let me double check. Seems to be fine. Okay. Oh, it's really loud without the doors. Okay, let me try the doors. Because like for you it's not loud, but for me it is. Okay. Okay, it doesn't change much because this guy is here, right? And he needs an open door. Still. Oh, minigun. Really? I want the minigun. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, that's interesting because I did buy it on the marketplace, right? But it's just not functional, I would assume. Let me just find a nice camera for me. I have to say the visibility is better like in the civilian version. Okay, and is there some light here? Oh, here. Okay, so we have the fuel pump, auxiliary power to additional equipment that we have mounted. Okay. Okay, all in the green. Oh, okay, okay. It did work out better than I expected. Let's do an outside view. Okay, seems like we are prepared for some dinos then. Oh, one last thing, I'm not sure if I have mentioned it, but it's only for, yeah, I did, only for 2024, but I'm not sure if it's for Xbox or PC only, but in the discussions on Discord, I saw that it's PC only, but I didn't see it like on the product page. Maybe it was there and I just missed it. Okay, so I guess we can start. That's interesting, like the sound of the propeller is different than in the other one. Okay, so let's pull back a lot, give him a little bit of left rudder, and let us start. Oh, yeah. I hope I have no like strange trim set up. No, it's okay. Okay, now it's fine. Whew. Okay, and let's take a look at the park, right? So as far as I understand, this is the first park. So the one where it kind of was still a success. Okay, let me just make sure. Yeah, I can look around. Yeah, I'm not sure about the ground textures. They seem like very plain, I guess, in a way. So here there should be this big dinosaur under the water, and oh, you could see him for a second. Pretty scary. Okay, let's take a look here. A little bit of lag, but as I said, this seems to be like the place with the most objects here. So if you can fly here, we should be also able to fly in the other parts. Yeah, but I really dislike those textures, like they don't really seem very realistic. I mean the grass ones. Okay, so let's take a look at the objects here. We can take a look at this one before us. Maybe it's like the aviary, I think, the one for the Pterodactylus dinos. Yeah, the trees are nice. Just need to get used to the instruments being like in different places than in the civilian version. I like the train that was like animated. Okay. What's this? Oh, it's like some sort of lift, I guess. Okay, so let's turn around. Either like I have a strange day, or this like military version feels different than the civilian one did. Okay. Oh, so we can see like the buildings inside. So this might not be the aviary. Because I saw the aviary, like the one for the like dino birds, I guess, the pterodactylus, and it was looking differently. So let us maybe take a look if we can find some other objects. Okay, so nothing here. I'll just turn around. Okay, and let's just fly. You can see some like slight stutters. You can check my like hardware configuration in the channel description. It's nothing special, but at the same time, it's performing really well normally, especially when DLSS is on, right? Like it is now. So I would say this is like slightly below the average that I can normally expect with so much like custom objects, I would say. Okay. Maybe we will see the water one once again, but maybe before that, let's go here. A water slide. Not bad, not bad. It's a little bit blurry, but this might be DLSS in this case. I don't remember the trees being inside the arena in the movies, but maybe they are. Okay. Okay. Just want to do an outside view. Maybe let's proceed along those rails and see what we can find. So apart from this one in the water, right, we haven't seen much. So there were some questions if those dinosaurs are like reacting to the player, right, moving in your direction and stuff. So as far as I know, no, sadly no, right? They are only scenery. Although I have seen like a screen of this water one jumping out from the water, but I would just like assume that it was like just happening, right? And not because the helicopter in this place of the player was above it. Okay, let's add some speed. Maybe you can have some nicer light. Maybe it's just not making it justice, right? So let me just use this one and change the weather a little bit. Okay, maybe let's change the time of the day. Okay, and let's get some scattered clouds. Okay, we are getting there. So, but now I have this horrible texture here and I cannot see anything still. Let's try it. Yeah, now it's more like in the movies. Okay, so we can see like this monorail station, although they have two rails, so it's probably not monorail. Actually, if this is part of the main map, this means that you can do Miltech mission hub missions here. Ooh. So I think I just realized the potential. What's this? Okay, trees. We don't want trees. Whoa, whoa, lag. We also don't want lag. Okay. Oh, okay, I see. So it's just like... not sure how this is called, right? But you know what I mean. Whoa, 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 whoa. I really don't like those legs. I hope they can fix it. Okay, so maybe let's try flying there. We will see what we can find. I would like to see some dinosaurs. I hoped there would be like a map included into the pack, so it would be easier to navigate, but there was nothing. I only found some like fan-made maps, like made after the movies, but every one of those maps was different. Okay, so I'm not sure what kind of like, well, what kind of map they have used here to design this one. Oh, okay. You can see like the barrier. And as we started from the theme park, I would assume that the barrier is like dividing the theme park from the wild dinosaurs, right? I have to say it looks a little bit 2020, right? I mean, I think like the ground textures and stuff and the details are a little bit better already, like as a standard in 2024. But maybe it's just the first impression, right? I still think it's a lot of fun, especially since I realized now that I can do missions for it in the Miltech hub, right? So like I can already see the potential. Okay. Come on, guys, I paid for some dinosaurs. Oh, okay, I see one. Maybe like a Brontosaurus or something. Yeah, we can try to land near it and like see how it works out. Okay, just turn off this one. I can already see today is not like a good helicopter flying day for me. As I have discussed like in the 500C videos, right? I have days where I can do totally crazy precise stuff with it and days where I cannot do anything, right? It's very hard for me to keep it stable. I guess just the coordination really differs depending on the day. Here I'm not flying with any assists on. Okay. Okay, and we do have a landing. It wasn't that bad. Like the helicopters on wheels are like over dramatic when you touch down. Or at least that's what I'm like telling myself to not feel bad. Okay, let's go out. Okay, and we can, oh, high grass, okay. Now we can take a sample, like in the, whoop, tail, okay. I guess I might have stepped on it, because it was hidden in the grass, right? Okay, okay. Nice dino. I like it. It's a shame that they didn't release it like closer to the movie was released, right? Because I think this way they have lost some money because like they missed all of the hype. And I have to say, oh, we can like recognize our helicopter by the dust. As I said, the last movie I think was pretty nice. It was like this standard family cinema that you know, like from Spielberg, which I think was like a producer this time. Okay, laggy. Okay, it's still usable. Yeah. If you have watched any movies, you know it always goes bad, so this guy is needed. But they didn't have like a minigun last time. Should protect us from the T-Rex. Okay, let's get back in. Oops, laggy. Okay. But once again, like my hardware is nothing special, right? That saying, it does run MSFS very well normally, right? So if you have much better hardware, then it might not be a problem at all for you. Okay. So back, left rudder, input, and let's go. Oh, I think I have some trim left. So once again. Yeah, I think it needs a lot of additional left rudder on like takeoff. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think in the 500C I didn't need to use so much left rudder. I was only using just a little bit. Maybe it also depends on the output of the engine, right? How fast it comes. Okay, bye dinos. So let's hope we can find another ones. Maybe something hunting those brontosaurs. Okay. There are some candidates. I don't know you guys. I mean, I know you from how you look like, but I don't know your names. Okay. Okay, let's avoid the tail. Seems very spiky. Yeah, so the list of all of those dinosaurs is on the product page, right? There aren't that many. I think it's less than 10. But they are planning future updates to the pack, so maybe more of them will simply come, right? Maybe I can use the map. Maybe there will be something. Let me just make sure we are trimmed. Okay, flying with one hand. Okay, not that bad. We can use this one to navigate. So I would just say this is only supposed to be like a initial showcase, right? So we will fly here, whatever it is, and then we'll finish the video. And like once I know more, once I have tested out more, I will be able to show it to you like in a more educated way, I guess. Okay, so let's fly here. Oops. Okay, trim. To be honest, I still was too lazy to calibrate like the free look, the head tracking. So I'm still flying with the one that I like shown you in the like free head tracking showcase that I have done. Okay, some additional ones. Who are you guys? Oh, the same ones. The spiky tail ones. Okay. And this is just one of 6 islands, right? Okay, so brontosaurs once again. And here we might have something new. That is maybe hunting them. Or maybe not. Those look like the spiky tail ones. Yeah, I had a toy as child that I think was representing the spiky tail one. It was made of rubber. I still remember it. I also had like awesome toys that were called Dino Raiders, I guess, and it was like dinos with lasers and stuff. It's pretty cool. Okay. Okay, so wrong turn. So let me just see if we can turn here. Yeah, we can. And let's just go on behind this mountain. Yeah, okay, but I'm really inspired now that I realize that I can like make missions for this one myself, right? With the hub. So am I flying correctly now? Yeah, it should be behind this mountain here. I have some crazy pedal input now, which I don't think was the case in the other one. Maybe they just make it easier to fly for civilians, I guess. But now I pretty much have like full rudder input, full like anti-torque input, which I don't think should be the case, but maybe. Just trying to find anything that could be the thing on the map, but I don't really see it. What is the object that I'm like flying to? Let me just turn, maybe I will see it this way. No. Yeah, I think we will just finish here on this plot of land. Then we can maybe take a look around on foot. But I don't think there is anything here. I don't know, it's like very uneven, so landing there might not be a good idea. Maybe let's do it on the road. Okay, some wind. Might be difficult. Okay, let's maybe try to find some better place to land for my abilities. Maybe there was something there. Maybe we can go close to one of those like spiky tail ones. Okay. And we can throttle down so we don't lose our head, right? Yeah, turning off the generator, turning off the inverter. Okay, turning off head tracking. Is it? No, it's not. Okay, and let's go for a short walk. And then we will end. Yeah, I really like how this looks. Okay. Okay, a little bit of lag, but nothing bad. So if you don't know it yet, in MSFS2024, space. The space bar is for running. Oh, this is nice. Hopefully we don't have those like very small dinosaurs here, the one that like swarm up on you. Okay, that's a lot of dust. I'm wondering if we are on the safe side or the unsafe side. Okay, laggy. Okay, they are ignoring me, which might be better. There are supposed to be raptors, right? So those velociraptors, so I would just expect them to like stay somewhere close to the prey. So maybe they are somewhere in the trees and we just don't see them. Yeah, not interested in me. Yeah, but the skin is really nice. And the animations are also fine. Okay guys, and with this like beautiful picture, let me tell you farewell, and we will see each other in the next videos. Also some Jurassic Park videos. Although probably not only Jurassic Park videos, because I have some other plans. Okay, thank you for watching GA Flying, and see you, bye bye.